Your girl, the one and only Tiffany E, aka Smackdown TV2, and I am here to give you guys all of the tea when it comes to wrestling and maybe a little bit of odds and ends in between there. So why don't you go ahead, go get your snacks, go get your juice, go get you a good drink, a good glass of wine if you can drink it. If you're underage, don't be drinking, okay? Go on and get you some juice or something and sit back and listen as we kiki and holler about wrestling. Because over here, you get a plethora of things when it comes to my show, okay? You get wrestling commentary.
No benefit of the doubt. Dr. Phil say don't do that. Dr. Phil say when somebody show you who they are, and so did Maya Angelou, believe them. Them two hoes are snakes. They've been snakes, and them hoes was like that when you got there, and they like that now, so fuck them both. And they did the right thing by letting them headline WrestleMania. They most definitely deserve to headline WrestleMania. And that is how you close a mania.
What else we get? You'll also get a weekly recap of every single show that WWE has to offer. Monday Night Raw after show, NXT after show, and of course a Friday Night Smackdown after show. You'll also get a recap of all the big 5 PLEs. I even do the Saudi shows for you. And then, if it's good and worth the time, I may even throw a little AEW in there. But of course, I will do my best to make sure I recap as many PLEs as possible. If I don't have it, then I'll throw it to one of my friends who do know it. We also cover pop culture, and we have really good time over here with lifestyle and just giving advice. So, if you're ready, it's showtime. And that is on the ancestors, baby.
Okay, can everybody hear me now? Because fucking shit just wanted to chime out on me for a second. All right. Okie dokies. So let me get this done and get it out the way. I can get on the impact and then I can get out y'all here. All right. Podcast is up if you want to go and listen to it. That is where we cover all of the stuff going on with the releases, WWE, and the whole TV deal. We covered that, and we covered Vince McMahon possibly leaving WWE. So we got all that stuff in a 45-minute episode. It's really short. Y'all can go on over to Down for the Count and listen to that. I won't be covering that over here because I just won't. Over on the KTT, there's a whole 2-hour episode where we talk about nothing but the VA's red carpet. I'm editing the other part right now where we talk about the shows and the music and stuff, but I think I'm gonna leave that VA in DMA's part up, and me, Don, and Rico will record a different episode where we'll talk about the albums that have dropped and what we think about them. Okay. Some of that footage or some of that recording just didn't record properly and the sound was off, so I might not put that out. With all that being said, let's get into the show, okay? I promise it's gonna be short and sweet. We're not gonna be here long. Guys, can you turn the fan off? Yeah. Or turn it down? Mm-hmm. So, please make sure that y'all are on the live part of the show. If you come in late, the show's gonna start wherever it's set to start. Y'all need to make sure you're on the live part. At the bottom, there's a little link that says live. If it is not red next to it, you are not up to date with where we are. You need to make sure you look in the, I think it's in the right-hand corner of your screen or the left, but it's in the bottom portion of your screen. Make sure that little link that says live has a red dot next to it. That will let you know that you are live and you are hearing everything as it comes in, as I'm putting it out. Okay. But let's go into top commenter of the day. Kayla was number 1, Nika was number 2, and Kenny was number 3. And Kenny also had another message. She said, like the motherfucking video, puta. Please.
Better hip thrust that motherfucker like button.
Not hip thrust. Okay. Now that we have been acquainted, hello to everybody. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Aaliyah. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Very good. Everybody got to click that little button at the bottom. There's a link in the video. It's right there. It says live. If it's grayed out, you are not live. You need to click that so it has a little red dot next to it, and that will let you know that you are live, okay? Please do that because some of y'all be real behind in y'all comments, and you can't, and the comments will come in, and I'll be done talking about it by the time you comment. So just make sure you live when you're listening to this, okay? All right, so we got a lot to talk about because we have to talk about 2 episodes of Impact and 1 episode of Smackdown. So I promise I'll make Smackdown short and sweet. I'm not going to cover everything, but I'll talk about as much of the shows that were announced in terms of matches and then the final moments of the show, because anything else in between there, like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller's match, I don't give a fuck. Okay, let's talk about what I did care about. Let's talk about Asuka and Io. If they, I really like the fact that they went in full force in this match. They didn't hold nothing back. And Triple H gave them time. Okay, now to me, I understand why they closed out the show with Cena and the boys. Fully understand that. And I'm not saying that they made the wrong choice. But given that match that we saw between these two, I would have had them close out the show and let John and them have that middle part of the show. But it just would have been weird and wonky the way that it was set up. So I understand why Triple H closed the show with John, Jimmy, and Solo, because it was a very dramatic moment and stunt that they pulled. Okay, very dramatic. So I fully got that, and I'm not mad at the placement. I just wish the girls would have been able to close the show on something like that. They did so well in this match. Asuka and Io played very well off of each other. There were some moments in the match where some things were a little overzealous, I would say, maybe a little bit of nerves. Maybe there was just it was just little ticky-tacky things. It wasn't nothing major where I'm just like, oh, this is what was wrong. This is what was wrong. No. It was minor things that was happening in the match that Asuka failed during one of the moves they was setting up. Io didn't necessarily get a kick all the way, something like that. It was little minor stuff. Overall, this match was so much fun to watch. It was solid. Those girls put on a match, and they're fighting. They were in there scrapping. I thought I was watching Stardom or some shit. Okay, them girls was eating. All right. So we love that for Asuka and Io because, one, Io deserved to have a formidable opponent. Oh, okay. Donnie told me what it was. He said the live button. Fucking hell, it's doing that shit again. He said the live is in the left hand side on the below. So it's on the left hand side of the screen. Just look there and see if you see a little grayed out link that says live. If it's grayed out, you are not up to date. You need to click that so it can bring you in, and it'll have a little red dot next to it. That'll make sure that you're live. Okay. I'll make sure the next time I look at the YouTube that I can you pick my speaker up so that can stop happening? Just give me my thing of water and just put it back up there. I need to buy a new cord for it. Because the inside for it is like loose from people kicking it. Okay. Sir. Anyways, let me get back to the show. Thank you, Donnie, for that. Hi, Tirza. Hello. I really want to see them go at it again. I think Tirza is right. She said it in our group chat that she thought that they should go at it again at Fastlane, and I 100% agree. I feel like at Fastlane it'll just be even more elevated. Asuka took EO to her limit in that match, and there's very few people who can do that with EO Sky. Bianca Belair is one of them, but even Bianca was on the ropes when it came to EO. But Io was taken to her limit going against Asuka. Asuka was on her ass majority of that match. There was no breathing room for her. And I really, really liked the way that they ticky-tack. They went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was so much fun to watch. And I was like, finally. And Triple H gave them substantial time for a women's match. That was substantial time for them. We love that. Okay, we love that for them. All right. I just wish it would have ended clean, but given what Tears had just said, it does make sense that it didn't, because that leaves the window open for them to go back and have Asuka and Io have another match against each other, or maybe start a feud where they go back and forth and it ends with Asuka and Io battling it out. Maybe Io wins over Asuka, but she currently has a win over Asuka, so we'll see how this is going to play out for Io. He said, "Como están mis putas?" They had a very, very long match, which I can appreciate 100%. Anyways, so shout out to the girls, because the girls was out there eating. Now, one thing I didn't like was the interference from Bailey over the referee. It was so fucking obvious. And I'm like, ref, you couldn't feel this bitch's titties on your back. That's how you know you ain't getting none, because you don't know what titties on your back feel like. Okay, so listen, sometimes, when you being a little enticing, you might get on your husband back and you be butt naked and you just lay on him. You just rub your titties, or you just lay skin to skin. Then he turn over and then y'all do what y'all do. Sometimes that happens. Don't judge me. Don't you fucking judge me. Anyways. Oh God. They know each other so well, which translates to their chemistry because they work well together. It really was a solid match. If you don't watch anything else from this, you definitely need to go and watch this match. Don't watch shit else. If you don't watch shit else, if you're like, fuck that match. You don't want to watch SmackDown, fuck SmackDown. Okay, great. But just go watch this match. Watch this match and turn it off, okay? Boy, your ears ain't been a virgin in a while, okay? Now, let me go here first. Let me go here before I get to Johnny Boy. Okay? Ain't you got no virgin ears. The nerve. So Santos and Ray were able to beat the Street Profits, and Bobby Lashley was all in his feelings. Not to mention, he's the one who interfered in the match in the first fucking place, okay? Hey, let the match play out naturally. The Street Profits was up. Like, they had the match under control. There was no need for him to interfere. He chose to interfere, be it that he didn't believe that they could actually beat Santos and Ray. I'm of the sound impression that, of course, the Street Profits been on a loser streak, but the Street Profits can beat anybody. They have beaten anybody. But what killed me was that he actually made it seem like the Street Profits was some bums. Like, the Street Profits was some bums. Like, boy, if you don't get your almond joy shaped headed ass the fuck up out of here, what the nigga, please. Virgin ears, is that a new drink? Baby, no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Your ears ain't no damn virgin. Ain't no other hole on your body, no virgin either. Nah. Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted. Santos and Ray was able to pick up the win over the Street Profits on a roll-up. And this all happened due to the distraction that Bobby Lashley caused. Bobby's ass said, give me back my damn suits, the watches, give me everything. I'd be like, bitch, you can have this paper mache men's warehouse suit, this tacky ass Pepto-Bismol shit you gave me, and this costume jewelry with this glass in it. You can have all that shit back.
I ain't like that shit either. Oh, no bro, ever having ass bastard go talk to me crazy. Bitch, when was the last time your ass went tight?
Or had eyebrows. Or hair.
Coming at me like you crazy. Bitch, if you want to fudge, your black ass won't be on TV right now.
The nerve of you. The nerve of you.
Ungrateful bastard.
Like, you out here wilding, bro. Your ass ain't wrestled since you lost your opportunity to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's just call a spade a motherfucking spade. Your ass ain't been on no winning streak either. Matter of fact, you've been too busy wooing and whining and dining the Street Profits when all you had to do was let them be who they are and y'all roll together. But no, they had to be like you, tacky. They had to dress like you, a tacky bitch. An old white man with no swag. It's a damn shame when Vince McMahon be outdressing you. You got problems.
Damn, that's crazy.
You got problems. Vince McMahon running around here looking like a Puerto Rican poppy, okay? And if he is outdressing you, baby, hang it up. Hang it up. Go home, okay? His head do look like an almond joy. It definitely does. Bobby said return the suits, and I was like, Troy must be haunting your dreams because he showed that the rumor. Now, I'm going to say allegedly because Troy haven't confirmed or denied it, but I think he just minding his business and living his best life, to which I'm saying, period. The streets say that Bobby Lashley was using Troy as a stylist, but he didn't pay him. The streets say that Bobby Lashley didn't pay Troy last time he dressed him. I believe that was the time he came out there dressed in that orange, or orange, as Rico says it, in that orange blazer, dinner jacket, and them tight ass pants that was flooding all the way to his mid calf. I think that was the last time that homeboy did it. But you ain't heard that from me, okay? Because I loves me some King Troy, okay? That's my baby right there. All right. Now, I don't know what happened between them. If it happened at all, that ain't none of my business. It's none of my business. I'm just saying that's what the streets been saying. The streets were talking. All right. Ooh. It's Dawkins' fault too. Hey, you leave Dawkins alone. Okay, he was surprised. Little Ray come rolling up on you and roll you up. You're gonna be shocked too. Shit. He was a surprise. All my orifices are virginal. Bitch. Virgin by female standards. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. You a virgin on the female side. But with your counter, with your same sex parts, you know, the same sex Homo sapiens, I beg to differ, love. You know, I beg to differ. Rico, quit while you're ahead, babe. You better get her. You better get her. You better get her. I don't even know what sex is. A lie you a tell. A lie you a tell. Period, nigga. I am untouched, unsullied, like a crystal clear lake. I don't know no lakes in this country that's crystal clear. You know a lake that's crystal clear? All them lakes dirty. Every one of them. And your ass dirty too. His head is shaped like an almond joy. Not me when I lie. Oh, not insufficient fun, baby. He said, oh no, King Troy confirmed that Lashley didn't pay him when he stopped. Oh! This water good, babe. Hey, ooh, yeah. You better sing it, Jerry. I was in here, bitch. I said what I said. That's it's a good album, right?
Yeah, from what I heard, it's pretty dope.
It's fire. Doja did that. Now she gonna calm down after she get all her awards and nominations. She gonna go back into her hole and chill out. She just like Lil Nas X. They gotta act the fool for a while, because they turning up. They gotta get their shit together. Then she gonna plan her tour. Once the tour over, she gonna calm right back down. She gonna go right back to Say So Doja. But I really like Ouchies. That's a good song. That song hits. Anyways, I wonder what Troy's rate is. Nah, it's his fault too. You leave him alone. You leave Dawkins alone. He got rolled up. He was surprised. Me when I lie, baby. Rico know he telling stories, spinning tall tales, retelling current events. Child ain't damn Lake Crystal. And if it's called Crystal Lake, you know damn well it's dirty. Ain't got nothing but dead bodies in the bottom of it. Rico, stop lying to yourself and to the world. Respectfully take the L. Out of the mouth of babies. This is some good lemonade. Okay. Fuck the girls. I don't need them. You better stop playing. All these lyrics. Sidebar, I was craving donuts, so I went and bought them. I wanted some donuts so bad today. I was watching this lady make donuts on TV, and I was so damn mad. But my nephew Tay wanted me to make him some more pancakes tomorrow. So when I get up and go down there and start cooking, I might make the dough for some cinnamon rolls. But I'm going to definitely have to bake them in batches inside of the convection oven. Period, die. She spray painted I do heart you guys. I was like, okay, good. You already know why I will always and forever side-eye Dawkins. Yes, we do. She said she was at a show and Dawkins winked at her. I told her he probably winked at a lot of people. She said, no, I don't like it. I said, okay. Okay, ma'am. Dry made some chicken wings today. Baby, why I tell you them wings hit? Them wings hit, honey. It was delicioso. Delusional is real. Boy, fuck you. He was talking to Rico. See, that's what Don be talking about. How I be rapid fire responding to people. And he said it's because I'm a Sagittarius. But I don't really believe that. And then somebody on TikTok said that Sagittarius is always trying to get their lick back. And I said, wait. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so that that's not necessarily true, right? Like, I mean, okay, so it's kind of true, but then I know you was talking to Rico. Oh, Hiram, I'm sorry. This is exactly what Don be talking about. He be like, baby, you be going at it. I'm like, okay. So it's not that bad. Is it that bad? Is it that bad, y'all? I'm sorry. We do not know why, baby. Not you in here got the lyrics down already. Not to mention Aaliyah. Damn, I haven't had pancakes in a long time. It was more than a week. I said he probably winked at a lot of people. And Tirza said no. She was like, no, it was more than that. He stared real long and he winked at me. And I don't like that. I was like, now if Roman did it, you wouldn't have said nothing. Roman got 5 babies and a wife. Mm-hmm. You'd have been like, I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. You've been right there. Be like, can I get backstage? Thank you. I had met pancakes this morning. My nephew is infatuated with sweets. He wants brownies. He wants pancakes. So tomorrow's going to be a heavy bacon day. We also have to take out the chicken so I can make dinner. And more than likely, the boys will be here again tomorrow. She said, and this man has a wife and a baby. Mm-hmm. Never trust a Sagittarius. Boy, fuck you. Okay? I know you was talking to him. I'm sorry. Don't do us Sagittarius, Rico, period. Tiffy Kins. Sagittarius always want to be right no matter what. That is not true. That is not true. I can be wrong, and I've admitted when I was wrong, but I'm usually right. So that's not true. The minute somebody come at you sideways, you ready to step. I just be ready to protect myself. I think that is a nice thing to do, is to protect yourself. I think that's fair. Gerard don't be complaining sometimes. Baby, am I that bad for real? Am I that bad? Mm-hmm. You can tell me the truth.
You can be.
I can be for real.
A little bit.
I'm a little snappy.
A little bit.
I was earlier about your brother.
Well, that I expected.
That made me mad.
That I expected because there's somebody fucking with your people.
I don't like nobody messing over my family. So
that I don't count that.
But I'm not that bad when it comes to regular people. I am.
Depend on the situation. You can be.
Damn, babe.
I mean, I'm not no better.
You got a little bit more reserve than I do. Damn. Oh, it sounds like another child I know, just sweet tooths all around. I love a brownie right now. Listen, Roman could be a half a wink, and my pants would be around my ankle. See, now that ain't right. Now that ain't right. That's some double standard bullshit, and you know it. Just out here shaking apartments. You ain't right. You ain't right, Tissa. You ain't right. See, right there. I said I was sorry. Every Sagittarius I know wants to be right. That's because we usually are, but we're not the only sign that's like that. Leos are like that too. And Leos are argumentative. Here go Rico. Meanwhile, us Leos are over here like, I'm always right, even when I'm not. See? And see? My little brother love a lot of sweets as well. Most little kids do. But my nephew is 13 years old, and that baby can eat. His favorite thing that I made for him is sweet potato pies, which is why for Thanksgiving I'm not gonna be able to escape making sweet potato pies, especially with us going to my grandma's house. And she making bread pudding, and I'm making a rum raisin ice cream to go with that bread pudding. It's gonna be fucking delicious. And I'm gonna make a a rum caramel sauce to go on top of it. Baby, when I tell you that shit gonna hit, because that bread pudding gonna be warm. Ooh, I can't wait. That's the last time I could be fat. Ooh. Oh, I know Rico is a prime example. Men Sagittarius are worse. Male Sagittarius, child. I'm a Leo and I always think I'm right. He said, Hiram, watch your mouth. Now, princess, we don't argue and fight in the comments, okay? We're going to stop that. I still have a major sweet tooth at 26, and I'm not ashamed of it, as you should not be, love. You should not be. Can I get a slice? If I could freeze it, because my grandmother makes bread pudding different from a bread pudding you would get from like a store, or if, to be fair, and it's not to be disrespectful, if a white person made it, she makes it really, really different. It literally looks like pudding, not like chocolate pudding or vanilla pudding, but it looks like a really thick custard. I can't explain it. I will have to show y'all because it doesn't look like a traditional bread pudding. But when it comes to the pies, I could freeze that. I could freeze the pie and put it out there. Not Dunkaroos. I wonder what traits do Pisces have. I don't know. Look it up. Why didn't all sound so good right now? Your family be going down in the kitchen. Period. Well, my daddy is a good cook. My dad's a good cook. My mom is a good cook. My grandmother is probably one of the best cooks in the family, next to me, of course. My little sister can cook. Christopher can cook. Depending on what he cooks, he can cook. Like, that nigga can tear up some buffalo chicken dip, okay? That shit hits. Hits every time. My sister Tina, she's better at baking than she is cooking, but she can cook some stuff too. She like to make her chicken Alfredo from scratch though, and it be a little watery, but it ain't. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. And my little brother Kevin, he can cook too. And because he works in the restaurant industry, he's picked up a lot of tricks of the trade, and he can cook very well. But none of them can make my mac and cheese, and they still mad. Even though I give them the recipe, it don't never come out like, man, it ain't because you are not me, and you will never be me. Period. LA Knight was set to have a segment help John fight off the bloodline, but he tested positive for COVID and had to leave the building. Oh my God. He must be one of those people who don't exhibit the symptoms. He's asymptomatic. Okay. And they gave it to AJ. I mean, wow. She said Pisces are amazing. I think all the signs are great, if we're being fair. Everybody had their flaws, but all the signs are great. Okay, Rico, I'm going to let you have this one. KB, hi. I feel like I haven't seen KB in forever. I thought it would have been LA Knight to fill in. That's unfortunate. Well, last week, oh well, you know. My boss is a Pisces, but he's a hard ass. Tears said we're emotional gangsters, though. I can believe it. Period, Tears. There ain't nothing wrong with Pisces. I know that, but what are the good traits and bad traits? I mean, you got your phone, Kayla, or use your tablet. Look it up. See what you can find. Pisces, I can't stand Pisces. Now, wait. What's wrong with a Pisces? Well, take a seat then. Yeah, because my husband is Pisces, and I don't like that. Well, Kayla's a Pisces. That shit experience. Hey, Katie. So I'm doing, Kayla. What about you? I'm a Pisces and I'm amazing. I'm an experience. I don't get old, I get experienced. Anyways, next week, Grayson Waller is gonna have Bobby Lashley's old bald headed ass over there on the Grayson Waller effect to obviously further fuel the bullshit going on here. Now, two things could happen. One, they could be splitting up the Street Profits, and Dawkins and Montez end up going their separate ways, which I would absolutely hate. I feel like Dawkins and Montez could have did that amicably, and they didn't have to go through all this rigmarole to do that. Or and Montez could side with Bobby Lashley and say, Dawkins, this was your fault. You lost the match on a roll up to Rey Mysterio. Like, I can't do this no more. I want to fly solo and do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's very possible. Or Bobby Lashley could talk a lot of shit about the Street Profits. They both come out there and, they decide to pledge their allegiance to Bobby and, apologize and say, we're going to make this right or whatever. Who knows? Who flipping knows? All righty then. Let's move into Johnny Boy. Ain't nobody got me. Hi, Nicole. What did I do? Y'all wrong. I was by myself. Where? What are you talking about? What happened? Oh, he did. Oh, I didn't tell her I was live. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't even in the chat. So it's not my fault. Because I wasn't even in there. All right. John Cena wrestled Montez in a dark match. Well, how did that go? We ain't tell her you was live. I'm sorry. I figured y'all knew I was going live, so I didn't say nothing. Cena getting old. Well, he getting old, baby. I ain't gonna lie. He getting old, but he did do his part today. He wasn't doing too much or too little. He had to jump just enough energy, to hit the points he was supposed to hit. I just figured y'all knew I was live. I didn't do it on purpose. Y'all be so mean to me. Y'all are so mean to me. I thought she had the bell on, my bad. They do us wrong, Tirza. I heard Smackdown was good. It was a good show. I really liked Asuka and Io's match. If you missed it, which I think you did, like you should go and watch it when you get a chance after you get home, shower, eat, and settle down. Sit down and watch it because it was really, really good. No, Aaliyah, you're not in this particular chat. I do not. Now, shit. Stop it. Now, let me tell you what happened with Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy opened up the show and said, she said, I'm glad it's going back to USA so I can actually watch it. Facts. I just so happened to be on YouTube. It saw she was live. Why is it not sending y'all the notifications that I'm going live? Why is it doing this? It's not I didn't do it on purpose. I promise. Okay. So Johnny Boy opened up the show And basically what he did was he said he was glad he was welcomed back home and that he was able to experience a lot of things coming back from being a referee to being a commentator backstage to, just making matches, all kinds of shit he's been able to do. But the one thing that he loved to do, he hasn't been able to do, and that's wrestle. And he's like, I want a match. I don't want to be no damn commentator. I don't want to sit on the sidelines. I want to be in the fray. I want to fight. So, I can't think of how he got. Basically, what he did was he called out AJ Styles. AJ Styles came down there and he was like, I'm gonna need a partner if I'm gonna take on the bloodline. And AJ Styles was like, you want me to be your partner? And John said, yeah. And AJ Styles says, all right, bet, let's do this shit. So Johnny Boy called out the bloodline, and that's when Solo and Jimmy came down there, but they didn't want to fight him. So it cut to the back, and Jimmy started facilitating a lot of shit. Now, Roman don't like nobody stepping on his toes. And Pauline just sitting there like, who is authorizing all this shit? So basically what Jimmy did was he made the match for Fastlane. The matches was set for Fastlane, and it was going to be AJ Styles and John Cena versus Solo and Jimmy. But Solo and them said that they not going to make it to Fastlane, so it ain't going to be no fucking match. Now, my nigga senses started tingling when this shit happened, okay? Because I was like, now, why would he say that shit? I'm like, somebody going to get fucked up out there. And that's what happened. So they introduced John Cena again after they had this stupid ass match with the Brawling Brutes and Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. After they had that match, they moved into the segment which closed out the show, which was the contract signing. Now, John came out there first. They got ready to hit AJ Styles music, but they ended up going into the back and seeing that AJ Styles was getting beat up by Jimmy and Solo. Solo was standing on top of the tallest of tallest carts they had back there. Them roadie boxes either was stacked on each other or he was standing on something else behind the stack of roadie boxes. This motherfucker was standing there, did his little Umaga yell, and after Jimmy had laid out AJ Styles, Solo jumped from this shit onto the floor onto AJ Styles, but we didn't get to see it. It was all covered up because it's Smackdown on Fox, and Fox only allow a certain amount of shit. Okay, now we're sitting here and I'm like, oh shit, this nigga done jumped off the top of that shit. Like, what the fuck? Baby, when I tell you that I was in here tripping, I'm like, oh, now I see where this is going. If I am correct, which I usually am, this is how if it ain't the way I think, this is how they should get Cody in there. Because this is the opening that you need. AJ Styles was out. They had to take AJ Styles to the medical facility so he can go and get looked at. They had an ambulance and everything. Very dramatic. We love that, okay? Now, leading up to it, they was like, John Cena, was pretty much on his own. John Cena was shocked. I mean, his mouth was wide open. He could not believe what he saw, okay? And that's why Anderson was like, I told this motherfucker to stop messing with the bloodline. I told him to leave the bloodline alone. Fucking Mia is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Okay, he is laying here on a gurney. You need to shut up. He was like, but I told his stupid ass not to fuck with them. I told him. I was like, shut your bald-headed ass up. Oh, punk bitch. Shit. He was like, this is why I told him not to fuck with the bloodline. And John just standing there with his mouth open. He is in complete shock. Now, Jimmy and Solo came out there talking cash shit. Now, Pauline was trying to do what he normally do, which is cut the promo, have the boys sign it, and then leave. They threw the damn chairs and table out. Jimmy came out there, took the damn microphone from Pauline and said, baby, I got this. He said, well, it looked like John ain't got no damn partner for Fastlane. We wonder what happened. He said, I'll tell you what happened. He ran up against a brick wall. Yeah. Yeah, he got that ass tagged. Yeah. And since John Cena by himself, this is going to be easy pickings at Fastlane. And them motherfuckers signed a damn contract, both of them. Pauline standing there. Solo looked at Pauline. Pauline said, he running the damn show. He done told you he doing everything. I don't know shit. So Solo signed the contract. They standing there with their wands up and everybody the tools. And we all sitting here and I said, I be damned. I said, my nigga senses is tingling. And I know damn well that Cody Jamal Rhodes is going to pop his ass up. And it's going to be at Fastlane. I don't think it's going to be on Friday Night Smackdown before Fastlane. I mean, that to me, that's a little telling. I think they're going to take a page out of Roman's book, to be fair. Yeah, I think they're going to take a page out of Roman's book and pop up at SummerSlam, Fastlane, and that's going to cause a whole uproar and ruckus, okay? It's gonna be a whole lot of child, and I'm lightweight here for it because what that did is give you some intrigue into what could possibly happen at Fastlane or within the next week. Fastlane is in 2 weeks. It's in 2 weeks, honey. Okay, John Cena is only gonna be there until Fastlane. After Fastlane, he's going to be gone. Now, Gerard thinks that it's going to be The Rock that shows up at Fastlane, okay? I don't think that he's going to show up at Fastlane. I really don't. Do I think it's possible? Yes, it's very possible. And then too, if we're looking at it from a perspective of everything that we've seen leading up to the show with The Rock and John Cena hugging backstage and him welcoming him home, that would have been a telltale sign. But I just don't think Triple H is thinking that far ahead. Do that make sense? Like I just don't think Triple H was like, you know what I'm saying? He be plotting, but he ain't plotting that well. If that makes sense. If I'm being coherent. Am I walking down the street? Are we on the same page, love? Are we in the same book? Yeah. Her tippy tingle. Cody Jontavius Rhodes, not Jontavius.
Yeah, that's right.
Stop. Cody Daquan Jontavius Tyrone Joe Rhodes. That's a name for your ass. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Rock too. I do not think that. He ain't booking like Shawn. That's a Shawn Michaels booking. I just don't believe that he's thinking that far ahead. I think that the plan in the beginning was to already have Cody come over because they have not told us who the person is that they traded for Jey Uso. They have not told us that. And I'm telling y'all, it's got to be Cody. It has to be Cody. The smart thing to do would be to have Cody come over and sign the contract and be there with John and have Cody and John. That's a marquee match, whether you want to see John Cena or not. Like, that's a marquee match for anybody of the 2000s era. Like, that's a big match. Okay, John Cena alone would sell tickets. Cody being on the card alone would sell tickets, but together, that's money right there. Like I'm gonna stick with Cody being the one. The Rock is bank. Like anywhere he goes, he's gonna be bank all day. But I just don't think The Rock is the guy. I just don't think that. And then too, last I heard, the WGA and the executives of the other companies are finally coming to a deal. They seem to be closing this deal. This deal is supposed to come to a close next week, and then everything will start to resume. TV shows, late night shows, everything. I don't know about Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon ass might be fart. Because they say Jimmy Fallon is a monster to work for, honey, okay? I got a couple things I got to put out on my podcast for next week. And I think I'm going to stick with Jimmy Fallon and Chris Rock as the two other slots that I need to fill up and take up time. They're going to take me 15 minutes apiece. So I'm going to stick with that. And then I'm going to move into the next episode of the podcast, which I'll put out that following week. And I had the stuff in there that the research team found this week. Because, baby, it's going to be a mess. I ain't heard no damn Daquan in a while, baby. I slept with a Taquan before. A Taekwon? There's somebody named Taekwon? I thought you was a virgin, huh? I thought you was a virgin. What happened with Jimmy Fallon? Oh, baby. They say Jimmy Fallon is a tyrant. They say he done pushed people to the brink of insanity. He's Ellen DeGeneres on steroids. Okay? Baby, please. I mean, converse with the Taekwon, because I'm a virgin. Bitch, you tried it. You said it right the first time, ho. Jimmy Fallon been a known drunk in the streets for years now. Well, baby, it's all on the upper levels. Okay, they done put all his shit out there. Former interns, former people who used to run the show, showrunners, everything. They put all their shit out there. TikTok is the place for the tea, honey. They done told anything. Go on TikTok and search Jimmy Fallon. The videos, honey. There's a girl on TikTok that's telling all people's shit, telling all these stars shit and getting these motherfuckers canceled again. And I'm here for it. She is an agent of chaos, but in the best of ways. Okay? And I love it. Rico, stay away from them Quans. Tell him, KB. He don't know. He don't know no better. Girl at the call center, there was a... Oh, wait a minute. How you say this? Is it Tyshawn? Baby, that's a Tyshawn. Or T-Shine?
Is there 2 eyes?
Why is there so many eyes? Baby, what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Why is there so many eyes? If you a virgin, I'm Beyonce. Well,
hell no, that's fucked up.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Uh-oh.
I met a Taekwon once. He stole a car in middle school and got expelled. Everybody named Taekwon ain't a damn deviant. Y'all ain't shit. Right. Ooh, now he worse than Ellen. Baby, they said that some of the people that don't work to him done been driven to therapy because of him. And because of some of his showrunners. And it wasn't just men, it was women doing the shit too. I'm telling y'all, go on TikTok and Google and type in the search bar Jimmy Fallon allegations. Baby, that rabbit hole is deep. Let me say it again. That rabbit hole is deep. That was good. Oh, it's deep, honey. There was a bitch named Hallelujah. No, it ain't. I thought you were cool with Hallelujah. And then they also told Ariana Grande whole business on TikTok. Well, her shit was silent, but she was out here shaking homes and shit. She started out shaking apartments, but now she out here cracking foundations in homes. And that's nasty. Yeah, that's how it said. Tyshawn. Ooh. That shit gave me anxiety looking at it. One of my bosses' name is Quan. I would say something, but it's disrespectful, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. There were some ghetto names at that call center. Taekwon sound like they devious things. Child. He got on the evening news and everything. I was like, well, looks like he's not coming to homeroom. Ooh. My little brother name is Quan. Well. And there it is then. This was the closing scene on SmackDown today. The ones and the twos was down. John Cena got the contract and he gonna sign it, of course. But I'm telling y'all, I believe that it's gonna be Cody Rhodes that signs the contract and become his partner. What's wrong? JJ thinks that it's gonna be The Rock. I'm gonna put a poll up on my Instagram and I'm gonna put the picture side by side, and y'all tell me who y'all think is gonna be on Instagram. Because for whatever reason, I can't put polls up in here. StreamYard ain't updated to that kind of mess yet, baby. But we gonna move on. We gonna move on. She a home record, baby. I don't know. Okay, wait. Jatiana, Tanisha, Kanisha, Latika, Latavia, Latasha, Latoria, Latora or Latoria, Shaniqua. That sound like that song with DMX. What these bitches want from a nigga.
Somebody let me know.
I love that song though. Cause he spit some real shit. He like, come on, man. You already I'm just trying to fuck for a buck, do some straight for a piece of trash. And I know you can make me holler for $1. One of them said they was gonna suck my dick from the back. I ain't never had that ever happen to me.
Right.
I'm trying to see what that be like. That is so stupid. Oh God. Okay. Denisha was another one. That's not a bad name. I actually like the name Denisha. I think that's cute. But I would take away the DA. Damn, was it about 3 kills too? Period. KB, no. KB with the shits. That's why I fuck with KB. Yeah, his real name is Raekwon, so my other siblings' names are Rays. Oh. These names sound like people I went to elementary school with. Because they probably are. And Cookie, gotta have Cookie. There was a dude named Shine. Is it Shine? Because I feel like his name is Shine or Shiny. If it's spelled weird, but it's pronounced something out the box, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm telling you right now. So we finna switch off from SmackDown to Impact. Y'all make sure y'all check out my Instagram. The Instagram is scrolling on the bottom below. Check out the Instagram so y'all can see and check out the poll, and then tell me who y'all think is going to win or who's going to sign that contract to team with John Cena on SmackDown. Well, more specifically, team with John Cena at Fastlane. Do you think The Rock is going to come back and wrestle at Fastlane, or do you think it's going to be Cody Rhodes? My pick is Cody. It could be LA Knight because LA Knight will no longer be affected by COVID by then. It could be LA Knight that comes back and signs it, but that would be kind of a letdown. It's no shade to LA Knight. I love LA Knight, but LA Knight need to move into bigger and better things. And it seemed like he's just stuck in this little circle. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, all them names probably in my family. Yep. It's pronounced shiny. Why you curse that baby like that? Tiff, I most definitely agree with you. It's definitely going to be Cody. I was thinking the same exact thing when I saw SmackDown last segment with John Cena and Jimmy and Solo. I think it's going to be Cody too.
That might be right.
But Gerard has picked The Rock.
Just a hot take.
And I'm going to post it, and I'm going to make sure they know he picked them. So Hiram said, sounds like all the names Dejanay siblings dropped off siblings off of Proud Family. I love Dejanay though. She ghetto, but she cool. I saw the Moose one. I was highly upset. All right, y'all. Let's get into Impact. Okay, Impact had 2 1,000th episodes. Okay, now basically what happened is Impact hit 1,000 episodes over on Access. We love that for them because that's very rare for any show to hit 1,000 episodes. WWE has done it, with Raw 1000. And of course, no other show has been on TV as a weekly episodic show longer than Smackdown. I mean, longer than Raw. So with Impact hitting 1,000 episodes, they are nipping at WWE's heels, but they're very far behind in terms of their episodes, but they were able to hit 1,000 episodes. It's amazing for them. We love that for Impact. Okay, so hold tight. Let me switch over with the colors and stuff, and I'll be right back. Y'all hold tight. So if you don't want to listen to Impact stuff, it's okay. I will see you guys Monday after Raw. But we finna talk some Impact, honey. Okay? Because Impact was fun this week and last week. So now I'll be right back.
Still don't know my words, still stressing. Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental. Got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire. Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental. Got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire. Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental. Got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire.
Close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, this chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
Claps.
Yeah, right. So we are prepared. I'm ready now. What was y'all in these comments talking about? Still talking about names. These names in these comments are ridiculous. Don't let me in. He said it makes sense with Cody. It do make sense, but like I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I've been wrong before, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that that's the way that they're gonna bring Cody over there to SmackDown, which isn't a bad thing in my opinion. In fact, I think it's the best option to get him over there and it be, I don't know, as I guess you could say as organic looking as possible without it being too obvious. Because right now nobody's thinking about it, nobody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But bitch. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening, bitch. It's happening. Okay. So let us talk about the first episode of Impact 1000. Okay. So Impact 1000 recorded, or they had everything recorded last week. And they aired it, well, 2 weeks ago, they recorded everything. And then they aired it last week and this week. So last week, we got a couple of matches that they aired that I really enjoyed. And we're going to talk about this one and get it out the way. You had Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards going up against Frankie Kazarian and Tracy Brooks. Both of these couples are married, and they've been intertwined in a feud that has gone on a little bit too long for me. Just a little bit. All in all, they got into this feud. Eddie Edwards basically was mad at Kazarian because Kazarian said there's good veterans and there's bad veterans. And Eddie Edwards took that some type of way. And they've been feuding ever since. Okay. Now, Alicia has been following in her husband's footsteps. You know, she looked like she smelled like beer and cigarettes anyway. So she made herself out to be some type of fucking top-notch wrestler. Well, in fact, the only thing she good at doing is taking bumps. If I was to say anybody reminded me of AJ Lee and Impact, it would be her. And it's really not because she can't wrestle. It's mainly because of the way she take bumps. Like Alicia will fall out. That bitch will fall out. Okay, she is not here for the boom assistance. Okay, she's going to definitely get her ass whooped, and then she's gonna fall out. When she fall out, everybody falling out. You're gonna be looking like, damn, she dead.
I fell over.
Right. Oh, she dead. She is definitely dead, deceased, gone. Anyways, so they had their match. Now Tracy was getting her ass whooped in this match, and Kazarian was in the match for majority of the time, and he was getting his ass whipped. These two was tag teaming in and out. Now, Impact, they don't give a fuck about you being a male or a female. If you tag in, you gotta wrestle whoever's on the other side of that ring. Okay, it ain't no you gotta automatically tag in the gender of the person who's wrestling like in WWE. I was a little floored. I was like, well, when you gonna tag in Kazarian? Because you just tagged in Alicia's little stupid ass. I was like, wait a minute. Tracy ain't gonna go tag in her partner. And Eddie would like to grab the women's hair and shit and throw them through tables. He a little bitch ass nigga, okay? Child, they got the fight, and they had Tracy Edwards in there in the beginning. They switched off to Kazarian. He was getting his ass whipped in that match, baby. Whipped. When I say whipped, I mean whipped. He was tore up. And every time they would get ready to tag, Alicia would go over there and knock Tracy off the apron. But all in all, Tracy was able to get the pin on Alicia's little dumb, stupid ass, and they was able to get rid of the Green Goblin and his ugly ass mistress. Now, what was really cute was that Frankie was able to tell his wife that she was being inducted into the Impact Hall of Fame. Now, if you don't know, what you don't know was a lot. Tracy was an original knockout. She was one of the first of the set of knockouts that were there. She was a ruthless bitch back in the day, okay? But she was one of the girls. And so she's being inducted into the Hall of Fame, which I'm so happy for Tracy. She didn't know because she was in absolute tears when they told her. And Frankie was the one who was able to tell his wife that she was being inducted, which I thought was very sweet on Impact's part to allow him to be able to tell his wife that and introduce that video package. It was just such a beautiful moment for her, and we love that. Now, Josh Alexander had a moment. Josh Alexander had a moment, honey. Okay. Not that's how you're going to be selling. Yeah, she face plants, and then you're like, wow, she might not get up, baby. She be dead. Okay. Josh Alexander came out there and cut a promo. This was after he had ran into the Rascals. Now, the Rascals act like little children. They in the middle of the damn hallway eating pizza, salad, and motherfucking garlic knots and shit. And I mean, a real half-eaten pizza and salad was on the floor. The containers that they was eating out of on the floor. You know what I really want? Some cannolis. I want some cannolis real bad. I could taste it. That's how bad I want some cannolis. I want some fucking cannolis. Anyway, child, he told them to get their asses up and clean this shit up. And they was just like, nigga, you clean it up. The fuck? He said, I'm going to sell shit that I want to hear Tip yelling to Gerard in my head when I do. I can't. I'm going to be 60 years old sitting up here watching wrestling, Jared. You're going to be like, baby, you going to put it on Raw today. We're going to see what these young children out here doing. We see what these chilling out here doing. Anyways, Josh told them to clean their shit up, and the Rascal said, boy, fuck you. We not cleaning up nothing. If you want to clean it up your damn self. He was like, oh, word? So he picked their shit up and threw it. And then Trey got up, was like, nigga, what? And so Josh stood up in his face and was like, what? What you gonna do? What's good? Oh, all right. And then Josh walked his bald-headed ass out the way. But let me tell you something about Josh Alexander. That's a thick boy right there. Okay, he real thick. He is Adam Pearce thick. Okay, he is thick. He peanut butter thick, okay? Baby, he is out here. He can tip drill. That's how thick he is, okay? Them knees and them thighs. I was like, damn, you almost got Randy Orton beat on the thigh department, baby. That's a thick baby right there, okay? But anyways, Josh came out there to address the crowd and basically was like, I appreciate y'all. I was at home watching everything unfold. And he was like, I'm ready to get back in the ring. And he was like, I done put Steve Macklin behind me. There's nothing else to do but look to the future and get back to the title that I never lost. And that's when Alex Shelley, beady-eyed ass, come out there. And he real in his feelings and mad, looking like a half-shaved bird. Come out there mad with his eyes touching and his beak all strong and shit. Talking about something. You keep talking about my championship like it's yours, but let me remind you that this is my title. I want it. It's mine. And while you was at home nursing your injury, I was here working. But he was like, you know what? You came out here and thanked all these motherfucking fans and everything, but you didn't thank me. I was here when Impact was in its early stages. It was me. It was my blood, sweat, and tears that built this fucking company. If anybody is going to be out here as the face of Impact, thanking the fans and giving them what they need to see, it's going to be me, the motherfucking champion, not your bald-headed ass. And Josh Alexander like, okay, granted, you are now the champion. Sure. You should be out here. You weren't. So it is what it is. Question though, when is I'm going to get my championship match though? Cause you keep talking shit. And Shelly was like, baby, listen. Everybody that done come up against me, I done beat. He like, I'm the champ for a reason. Macklin took him down. All right. Trey Miguel took him down. Okay. Anybody who stepped to me, they done went down in a ball of flames, baby. I'm not no fucking fluke. I'm not no little champion that's sitting on the sidelines and just waiting to hand out opportunities. He's like, I've successfully defended this championship my entire reign. And I don't plan on giving that shit up at all. He was like, yeah, that's all well and good, but the last time you and I met in the ring, baby, I was the one who was superior. It was me that beats you and retained my Impact World Heavyweight Championship. And Alex Shelley said, you know what, motherfucker, I'm tired of you holding that shit over my head. I'm sick of it. So he like, yeah, we need to have this match. We need to have it, but not because you need to get your championship back, but you need to learn the lesson that I am the one who is the champion. I'm the guy who's in control, and your motherfucking ass is not taking nothing from me. So Josh said, is that how it's going to be? He said, that's how it always is, my G. What you going to do? And that's when Trey Miguel and them jumped him. And fucking Alex Shelley left and slid his ass out the ring and was like, bitch, this not my fight. This not my fight. It's not my fight. He definitely got his ass up out of there. Smooth walked up out of there. Okay? I'ma sell that shit like that when I hear Tiff yelling. He slumped Jer. He slumped. Lay out. Help him. Fall. I do talk like that. I do. Do he got birthday hips like Kyle O'Reilly? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, honey. He real thick. He said, I'm the one you send. Don't need a gun to get respect, period. So, as Josh Alexander was getting his ass whooped, Alex Shelley was on the outside walking away. He was like, not gonna do it. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. Get mad, scratch your ass, get glad, don't care. Not my business. Not my business. Just left him in the ring. He got his ass whooped. So, because of that, the match was made for Josh Alexander, to go up against Trey Miguel that following week. Okay. So now we're going to move on. Let's move on to Team 3D. So, Team 3D was having their first match in 7 years. And of course, they had to go up against somebody that was worthy of a slight ass whooping. And it just so happened that the Desi Hit Squad was there talking cash shit. And I ain't seen them motherfuckers since I started watching Impact. So I didn't know who the fuck they was. This man said he was mocha skinned. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, wowzers. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's when Devon came out there and Bully Ray, he been there, so he just walked his thick ass out there. And then they had their match. If you could call it a match, sure. Devon was just there, it was a nostalgia thing. Didn't expect sparks and fireworks, okay? They still a little thick. They are up in age, so they got shit going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be mean to the OGs. I'm just saying, like, maybe y'all could have just had a segment where y'all beat them up and put them through the table rather than have a match. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So the other match that they had that night, which was actually probably the most fun match that they had, was the Feast or Fired match. Okay. So let me show y'all. Let me tell y'all what happened with the Feast or Fired match. Because, baby, it was good TV. It was so much fun. Okay. Now, like I told y'all earlier before, I saw that this kind of match reminds you of Deal or No Deal. Okay. And it's so interesting how it plays out. So let me explain the rules and then we can get into who won the briefcases. So Feast or Fired is a Deal or No Deal style match. There are 4 pillars that are up high on the ring, and each pillar is holding a briefcase. The briefcases are numbered. Each briefcase has a title shot in it, tag team, digital, or world heavyweight championship. And then there was a and then there was a pink slip in the other. So it was a catch-22 to see who would lose and who would be fired. It was a lot of people in this match, okay? And a lot of people had spots. But the winners of the match were Yuya Uemura, Chris Bay, Moose, which he won on some bullshit, and Crazy Steve. So I'm gonna tell y'all which briefcases went to whom, and I'm gonna tell you how they got them. Crazy Steve got the briefcase by jumping on top, like basically going up there and getting it off the pole. He pulled a fork out of his pants, and Moose and them just let him walk out. Like that, nobody tried to stop him. Nobody tried to beat his ass over a fork. I'm like, bitch, if you scared of a fork, then I can beat your ass. Okay? Because first of all, it take a lot of force for you to put a fork through somebody's skin. Like you literally have to put all your might behind that because it's a very dull object. Okay? So I was like, how the fuck is y'all scared of this fork? Okay, this bitch got to get to you first to do it. Kick his ass in the stomach and make him drop that fucking fork, you stupid horse. Okay? Anyways, he was able to walk out with the briefcase. So then Chris Bay actually was the first person to win a briefcase. He got his briefcase and he basically took one of, like, it wasn't a suicide dive. He jumped out the ring onto the crowd of dudes and was able to touch the floor. The idea is to get the briefcase off of the pole, but you also have to make it with the briefcase on the ground outside of the ring. If you don't touch that floor with that briefcase, you have not won that match yet, which is what made it so much fun, because once they got the briefcase down, everybody was fighting to get the briefcase from them, which was so cool. I was like, damn, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this. I wish WWE would have stole it. But anyways, I wish Impact would implement this match once a year. Or if they would put it, like, make it a pay-per-view, or make it, if they don't make it a pay-per-view, put it at Bound for Glory or at Slammiversary, because it's big enough for you to do something great with it. And you could set in motion the next couple of matches for the men's division. I also think you should implement this in the women's division as well. Because I've never seen Feast or Fired, and I was so hyped for this. Like, this was so much fun. Any whoosies. Now, the next person who won, it was, like I said, Chris Bay won one, Crazy Steve won one. And then you had Yuya Uemura, he was the last one, and Moose got it last because one of them got the briefcase down, and they got hit real hard. The briefcase flew out of their hand, and Moose caught it, and that's how he was able to win the briefcase. Now, I'm gonna get to the results of who had what in a minute, but I gotta get to this final match. So the last match on the card, in the beginning of the show for Impact, the girls was out there talking. It took all of them forever to come out there. Tasha Steelz came out there. Mickie James came out there. Awesome Kong came out there. The beautiful people with their weird shaped heads came out there. Jordan Grace came out there. Trinity came out there. Giselle Shaw and her whack ass crew came out there. Yeah, that was everybody. So a bike. Oh, my bike. Okay. So that was everybody. Okay. They had a little promo off and basically announced the match that was happening next week. That following week, which was a 10-woman tag team match, you know, between the Goods versus the Evil. But this was the match that was fun. Okay. So Lio Rush went up against Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin is a 9-time X Division champion. This is Lio Rush's first X Division championship. He beat Chris Sabin on some fluke shit at Slammiversary by attacking him. And I think they said he was concussed, but I'm not sure. With all that being said, baby, ultimately, Lio Rush ended up losing to Chris Sabin, and Chris Sabin earned his 10th X Division championship win on the 1,000th episode of Impact. It was a very great moment for him. Most of the guys who have dabbled in the X division or have been former champions came out there to celebrate with Chris Sabin. They all, and of course, his partner and tag team, Alex Shelley, came out there to celebrate with him as well. They are now at the top of the divisions of Impact that they helped to build. Without these two men, Impact would not be what it is today. So for that much, I will give Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin all of their flowers because they did do that. Okay, he said, I read that. He said, now tell them what you told us about Lio Rush and Tasha Steelz. I'm gonna get.
I'm gonna let you get to it.
I'm gonna get to it. Hold, please. Hold on.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired.
Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me.
Okay, so I told them that Tasha Steelz and Lio Rush is the same person. Everybody was laughing and joking, but look.
Listen. Okay. They mad at me because I said that Tasha and Leo are the same person. Listen to me. Y'all get into what I'm seeing. It's the truth. I'm not even trying to be mean. Bruh, I'm dead ass serious.
I was right. I don't care what nobody says. It was funny, but it's the truth. They are one and the same. You can't be mad if it's true. I mean, right, Jared? You can't be mad if it's true. You have no justification to be mad about this. But anyways, the X Division came out there and celebrated with Chris Sabin. And of course, Alex Shelley was out there as well. So respect to Chris Sabin. He's a 10-time X Division champion. Nobody has been able to do that. So we love that for you, Sabin. We love that. I refuse to apologize for that. I'm not going to. I don't care how y'all feel about it. I'm not apologizing because I was right. I'm still right. That's all that matters. I'm correct, and that's it. That's all. Once upon a time in Hollywood. Now let's move on to yesterday's episode of Impact. We're gonna make it short and sweet, I promise. So, like I said, I'll tell y'all the results of the Feast or Fired briefcases. So Moose ended up getting a world contract opportunity in his briefcase. Chris Bay ended up getting a tag team opportunity in his briefcase. And in Crazy Steve's briefcase, he got the Digital Media Championship. But Yuya Yamura, he ended up getting fired. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Maybe Scott D'Amore will rescind that and bring him back, because Joya didn't even get to get out the blocks before Yuya Yamura got fired. But it could be that he's going back to New Japan and or something that they needed, and they put him in the match or whatever. But it could be a lot of things. But I'm hoping that he comes back and we get to see them, pop off the way that they should. With all that being said, let's move forwards. Okay, now I said Josh Alexander came out there, Trey Miguel attacked him or whatever. And so they had a match yesterday. They wrestled, and after the match, during the match, homeboy, Zach, used to be Nash Carter for WWE. Zach got involved in the match and was trying to cheat for Trey Miguel. And that's when Alex Shelley came down there and helped Josh Alexander out. Now, Josh Alexander ended up winning the match due to Alex Shelley getting rid of Nash Carter. Now, he was on the outside screaming, "You're welcome," at him. And Josh Alexander was like, "Oh, thanks. Thanks for the help." He was like, "I could have used this help earlier when they was kicking my ass together and you was just standing there and watching." But he said, "You know what? Since you got a lot of mouth and you seem to be so angry and uptight at the fact that I'm here, my presence merely upsets you." He said, "That's fine." He said, "That's fine, because in a couple weeks when we go to Bound for Glory, it's going to be me and you, and there's going to be no more running. There's no more talking. There's no more ducking and dodging. I am going to be getting my championship back." And Alex Shelley was like, "Over my dead motherfucking body." This match going to be fun. Okay? But he beat Trey Miguel. There's no reason to dwell over that at all. Jake something went up against Dirty Dango, and this had Fox Box rules. Now, whatever that meant, I went to Impact to read what the fuck that meant, because I had no idea what Fox Box rules were. I was like, "Bitch, what is that? What is that?" Okay. What are you talking about? I had no clue. So apparently it's a 10-minute match. During this match, they had some stuff playing on the screen. And then they they had a 10-minute time limit, and if the thing went over the 10-minute time limit, then the person that was there to oversee the match was going to be the one to announce the winner. But it didn't go over the 10-minute time limit. Hold on a second. Oh, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. Jake something beat Dirty Dango with a move called the Void, and that was it. It was Dunzo Diesel. He was out. Alpha Bravo tried to help, but it was a miss. Why couldn't it be Moose? Because they love him for some reason. He's a weird looking bitch, if you ask me. I'm not a big fan of Moose. I don't care about Moose in any way, shape, or form. He can eat a dick. I don't like him. Don't like him. Don't like him. I don't like him. Now they had another Ultimate X match this night as well. Allen Angels, Mike Bailey, Samurai Del Sol, Rich Swan, Zachary Wentz, and they Yeah, Riddle got cut.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, they cut Riddle. Anyways, Zachary Wentz and Ace Austin were all in this match. It was a pretty fun match. I had never seen an Ultimate X match before, so that was interesting. I was thinking about going through Impact stuff and looking to see if I could find some older Ultimate X matches or whatever. But it was a pretty cool match. Ultimately, Alan Angels was able to sneak up and steal the win for this, so he is now the Ultimate X #1 contender, and he has decided to challenge Chris Sabin for this championship next week on Impact. So there's that. Now, Eric Young went up against Kenny King with his little bitch boy next to him, Sheldon King, whose shoes be tweeting all the time. And basically, they didn't even let the match start. They went in there and jumped Eric Young, and Scott D'Amore came out there to help, and it became a tag team match with Scott D'Amore and Kenny King versus it was Kenny King and Sheldon John versus Eric Young and Scott D'Amore. Scott D'Amore and Eric Young were able to pick up the win. I think it was some interference in this match, but I can't fucking remember. Shark Boy ended up restarting that match like twice, if I recall. So yeah, it was a lot going on. Anywho's, where we at? So the big match of the night was between Trinity, Jordan Grace, Mickie James, Gail Kim, and Awesome Kong, and Deonna Purrazzo, Tasha Steelz, Giselle Shaw, and Savannah Evans and Angelina Love. Now, it was an okay match. I don't know why all of them had to have their entrance. Like, we didn't see Giselle's entrance or Deonna Purrazzo's entrance. But we saw Jordan Grace, Mickey's entrance, Kong's, Gail Kim's, and Trinity's, and Tasha Steel's entrance, and the Beautiful People's. Everybody else we didn't see their entrance on the live show. The Beautiful People's entrance could have not been shown, if we being fair, because I don't need to see what y'all call an ass. Because what I see is the absence of an ass. I see straight backs. Y'all ain't doing nothing but jiggling back meat, in my opinion. But the girls was there and they was fighting. And that's when I realized that Tasha Steelz and fucking Leo Rush is one and the same. Anyways, child, they had their match, and ultimately Trinity's team is what won in this particular show. They ended up being able to hold up their hands. Awesome Kong is the one who got the win for them. And it was a nice thing to see Kong out there dominating like she always has. Gail Kim is in impeccable shape. Angelina Love is in amazing shape. No shade to her. She got a big weird ass head, but she's in great shape. Tasha Steelz came back. We love Tasha Steelz. Deanna's there putting in work as she always does. And it looked like Mickie ain't going nowhere. It looked like Mickie gonna stick around because she kept touching Trinity's title. And when it came down to the end, Mickie was giving Trin these looks, and I'm like, oh, bitch, I see what you doing. I see you, hardcore country. Fuck around and get your ass whooped around here. Okay? Don't start nothing. But Mickie seemed to be very infatuated with that championship because she never lost that title either. She ended up having to relinquish it because I believe it was a rib injury with her, and she would not heal in time to be able to compete in the match. And that's how Deonna Purrazzo ended up becoming a 3-time Knockouts Women's Champion, and Jordan Grace ended up suffering another loss to Deonna Purrazzo. I think I saw an Ultimate X match from when AJ was still there, and he looked like a twink. That was a wild time, child. So Impact, it has been fun these last couple of weeks, and it's going to be interesting heading into Bound for Glory. I want to see this match, and I think I have to pay for Bound for Glory. And Bound for Glory is October 21st. And I really want to watch it. So I'm going to see how much it's going to cost, which is probably going to be $40. I'm probably going to end up buying it and watching it because I legitimately want to see this match. I want to see this match between Josh Alexander and Alex Shelley because I feel like it's going to be fun. This match right here, I don't give a shit about. Will Ospreay is going up against Mike Bailey. I know Mike Bailey's cool. We love Mike Bailey, but I don't really care about Will Ospreay. A lot of people talk about him like he's a god of wrestling. He just wrestles, in my opinion. I mean, he barely do that. It's more backflips and springs and shit than anything else. So, sure. Why Royalty and Grace was in this match? She and her no-neck man can go. Well, apparently she has re-signed with Impact, so she ain't going nowhere. They called it the greatest knockouts match of all time. That's why. It wasn't the greatest, but there were some greats in the match. With all that being said, y'all, that is my review of Impact and, of course, of Smackdown. And if you love me and you appreciate me, you will give my video a thumbs up. All of you that have been listening, please give me a big thumbs up. I'm not asking for you to comment in the comment section. I'm only asking for you to like the video, okay? Please do that. Do not forget to like the video and don't forget to share it, all right? Also, okay, if you are not subscribed and you are listening to my channel, how dare you, okay? How dare you? You don't go to someone's house and don't wipe your fucking feet. Rude. You are rude, sir. Ma'ams, theys and thems, okay? You are rude, okay? Wipe your goddamn feet when you come in my house, love. And ring the doorbell before you come in. Don't just walk in my door. How dare you? Disrespectful. You just walk into someone's home. You don't ring the doorbell. Ringing the doorbell is the equivalent to subscribing. You must subscribe. It helps my channel grow and I can put out more content because I would love to do that. And I'm going to. So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you guys on Monday. Yeah. Before I go, because I was just going to bounce. One more thing. Okay, Jackie. Y'all don't know where that's from? Child. I am old. Jackie Chan used to have this TV show, and it was called The Jackie Chan Adventures. And Jackie's grandpa on there used to be like, Jackie, one more thing. It was so, oh my God. It was amazing. It was amazing. We loved it. Okay, I found it. Before I go, I have to talk about a few things. Really simple, not going to be too long. I promise. All right. So, piece of shit versus athlete's foot. Good night, y'all. If you're gonna go to bed, go to bed. I only got one or two things to tell y'all about WWE within the next couple of weeks. Okay. So let me grab my pictures. Is Junior in the bed? Mm-hmm. What about the remotes? Did you bring the remotes upstairs? And what about the third one? It's put up. The one that look like this.
I forgot what the hell Dad did with it.
It's in the drawer. You said it was in the drawer.
Yes.
Take it out of there. Don't leave it in there because Octavius is nosy. All right. So Elimination Chamber is going to be Saturday, February 24th in 2024. And it is going to be in Perth, Australia. Here is the kicker when it comes to Elimination Chamber. Because Elimination Chamber is going to be in Australia, that means that it's going to air our time. If I'm getting this correct, it will air our time at 6 o'clock in the morning. Breathe, bitches. Breathe, goddammit. Hold on. Let me double check.
Especially just coming on at 8 o'clock. Get some prime time event over there.
I want some.
Sure.
Has anybody ate my Kit Kats out the freezer?
I ain't seen it, baby. This thing might be gone.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh my God. Oh shit. I went down the wrong way. So this show is gonna be prime time for Australia. Prime time for them is 6 a.m. for us. Elimination Chamber is going to come on at 6 a.m. in the morning. The only problem I have with this is Peacock doesn't do a good job of replaying the shit on time. Okay? No one's gonna be up with me watching this. I'm gonna be up by myself at 6 o'clock in the morning. Look.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm there for an hour. Today's Saturday. I should not be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I do not have to go to work.
My only problem with this is that they do not do a good job of replaying. If they would replay it again at like 9, 10 o'clock and it was on time, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But their replaying sucks on Peacock. Whereas if we were watching it on the WWE Network, we could have watched it 5 times by the time they decided to replay it on Peacock.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was available immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately on the WWE Network. Peacock be tripping. I don't know what the issue is, but they are not prepared for this type of streaming service when it comes to television. So that's my only gripe with this, is that the replay just isn't going to be like all the way there. I'm going to be exhausted that Saturday. So I'm hoping I don't have nothing to do. This is going to be 4 days after AJ's birthday as well. We might not be home for that.
I don't like that look, but proceed.
Yeah, it's going to be on at 6 a.m. I want y'all to understand that. I'm going to keep repeating it until we get to Elimination Chamber next year. But it is coming on at 6 a.m. 6 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. Either I got a plan to request a day off or pray that I'm not working that day. That's 5 for me because your time is an hour ahead of me. Baby, it's going to be early. It's going to be early.
Right.
I might stay up.
6 a.m. Eastern Standard, 5 a.m. Central.
And it's 3 a.m. for Pacific. So for Janae and AT2, it's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning for them, which for me would be normal as fuck. Okay, because I'm always up at 3 a.m. That ain't no issues. But 6, like I would literally have to sleep all day so I could stay up to watch that. And I don't like doing that because my body don't reset good after that. Then I still be stuck on that schedule. You feel me?
Mhm.
I don't know. I might not watch this one unless it's something really good that I want to see. Just that I might stay up all night and go to bed later. Who knows? But yes, I had to make sure I told y'all that because nobody is talking about that. But they are airing Elimination Chamber prime time in Australia, which 8 p.m. their time is 6 a.m. our time. Baby, it's cold outside.
Fucking time difference.
Now, the Royal Rumble is set to be in January on the 27th in Tampa Bay, Florida. We're going to shitty-ass Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Alexis. I love her. She gets mad every time I say we're going to wretched-ass Florida.
Well, hell, Florida ain't making this case better.
They ratchet. Alexis not ratchet, but Florida is ratchet as
Always
hell.
some shit happen.
We're going to wretched-ass Florida, child. I'm watching it because I'm a night owl. I'll be up watching this. Baby, I'm a night owl too, but 6 is a lot. Like, I can stay up past 4. I can stay up to 4. But when you start pulling in 5 and 6, my body start getting drowsy. I'm tired. My body weary. Okay? I can't be doing all that. Elimination Chamber might be one of those pay-per-views. I got a Mace. I may not feel like waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay. All right, so to keep things current and go back to stuff that is on regular time and not something crazy, No Mercy is next week. No Mercy is next Saturday. No Mercy is next Saturday, and the match card is as follows. Okay, Baron Corbin is going up against Braun Breaker and his golden brown ass. Okay. Carmelo Hayes is taking on Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov has one of the largest heads.
No.
His head is bigger than JD McDonough's.
Nope.
It is.
I refuse to believe that shit.
Baby, it is. It's bigger. He done broke his nose before because look how his nose do that L, that Z shape. Look at that. Anyways, it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali versus Dominic Mysterio, but it seems that is no longer the case. Seeing as how Mustafa is no longer a part of WWE and Dominic is obviously out of an opponent, but it may just be Dragon Lee who takes his spot. And finally, we got an Extreme Rules match between Big Time Becky Lynch, and of course, the effervescent and annoying Tiffany Stratton. Okay. Oh my God. They're fighting. Right. Like if I was still at the warehouse, maybe. But baby, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm a night owl too, but I know my limits, especially I work the early morning most of the time. Agree, Tim. 6 a.m. is a lot and pushing it. I'm just saying, I'm the night owl too, but usually around 4:30 is when I start to crash. Nah, JD edges him out on the Funko Bobblehead Olympics. Y'all always agreeing with your ride. I don't care.
I'm just saying.
I don't mind standing on my soapbox.
I'm just saying, we all know JD McDonald is a human Funko Pop.
Fuck y'all. Anyways, before I go, I tell you one more thing.
Listen, he hit by somebody, he gonna kill him.
Fastlane is October 7th in Indianapolis. And that is 2 weeks from now. Okay. And then you got Survivor Series November 25th on a Saturday in Chi-Town. Now, before that, you're also going to have Crowns of the Jewels, okay? Crown Jewel usually is in the beginning of the month. They always do this, okay? And, of course, you know them Saudi people want their motherfucking show, and they're probably going to get it. Now, if the writer's strike is still happening then and the actor's strike is still happening then, The Rock might be going to Saudi, y'all. You never know. I don't know. And we already know that the Elimination Chamber has already been set, as well as Royal Rumble. So after we have Survivor Series, Royal Rumble is the next pay-per-view. So Royal Rumble is on January 27th, like I said earlier, and then Elimination Chamber is on the 24th of February. And then, of course, we have the Big Kahuna, the final pay-per-view of the year, which is WrestleMania 40. And then prior to that, we'll probably be Stand and Deliver for NXT, which is usually that Friday. I mean, is it that Friday or Saturday? That Saturday early in the day. They usually have it come on at around 12. So yeah. Sorry, Tiff, but I have to agree with AJ because JD has a much bigger head than Dragunov. Like, Dragunov has a big head too, but at least his head fits his body. I don't care. Y'all can agree with him. Oh, fart. He took the food. I didn't even get no more wings. All right, y'all. I am out. I have talked y'all to death, and there is nothing else to say. I will see you guys on Monday when we will talk about Monday Night Raw, and we're gonna see how everything gonna go down. Monday, there's a couple of matches scheduled to go. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about SmackDown is we saw a little vignette from the girls. Okay, we saw a vignette from the witches, Isla Dawn. And it seems that Alba Fire are coming back, and they are playing up the curse that's on the women's tag team titles, baby. And I'm living for the city. We love it. So that was cute. It was a cute little callback to the whatever was going on Twitter and Instagram. That was cute. They used that little piece to like build upon that, and that was smart. It was smart. You got witches in the WWE. Use them hoes, okay? So everybody, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all on Monday. Okay, bye.